Welcome to a special edition of 12 O'Clock Ramen. I'm your host, Dreadnaut.
And this is me, Wikiman, Dean, whatever you want to call me. How are you guys doing out there in nerd world tonight?
You don't even want to be called Vallion out there.
Don't matter to me.
I just create a Wikiman shirt for you.
There you go. Well, in case you want to know, Vallion is my D&D character's name, so we kind of just rolled with that.
It means victory.
Mm-hmm.
I shit you not, for him it means victory. Raised by the sun.
Exactly. So, it's a quick special edition podcast today. We just got done watching Wonder Woman 1984, so I figured we'd do a quick 20-30 minute discussion on our thoughts.
I'll start off by saying this. You know the mixed reviews of the internet? Well, that's all fucking true. It is. It is so fucking true.
Very up and down film. Good movie. Overall, it still was a good movie, but let me tell you, that was coming from two avid comic fans. That was a very up and down, all over the place movie. Oh boy.
Steve Trevor?
Steve Trevor was solid. I love Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. I do. I love that casting personally. I do wish, it's one of them things where I wish the true love would stay, but it couldn't. But what are you gonna do?
That happens if you kill him off. It also happens if you make him appear in World War fucking One and she's out in fucking BVS in 2016.
Exactly.
He's not gonna be so good.
Gal Gadot is very good, phenomenal as Wonder Woman as always. Pedro Pascal did very well as Maxwell Lord, but not necessarily.
No Grogu in
No
sight.
Grogu. Don't worry, no Grogu. I would have loved the Grogu cameo, but you can't always get what you want. Kristen Wiig, I believe it was, as Cheetah, was very good. That was probably my favorite new cast of the whole movie. Did the character justice? Now, talking about the looks for her Cheetah transformation was, as we both agreed, was very good, except for the face was a little shoddy.
Why'd you have to keep the actor's face? She's supposed to have a bit of a muzzle.
Exactly. Well, remember, in Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, Lizard's supposed to have a snout, and they gave him the more humanoid face. But to be fair, Lizard, when he originated in the 60s, did have that face. Have the humanoid face, but I would have probably preferred a snout. But
I didn't care.
But what are you gonna do?
You look at Cheetah in all of comics, except for the humanoid Cheetah.
She's always had a very Cheetah face. She never kept her
feline face.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it was a short snout, but it was still
exactly
feline in nature.
We both had a decent gripe with some of the CG in that film.
It wasn't rushed. It definitely wasn't rushed.
No.
Because we did have to wait for it just a little bit.
There was some very good CG sequences and some not so good.
I mean, but it did come out on time, didn't it?
It did. It
got
pushed back
in December.
It got pushed back. I don't know if they did any reshoots or anything, but it was supposed to come out in October-ish. Don't quote me on that. October-ish, I think, and it got pushed back.
Man. I'm supposed to quote you on this.
And it got pushed back. And it got pushed back to December.
Oh, my one love. I got the invisible fucking jet.
Never thought we'd get that in a live action superhero film. Never thought. I
had to fist bump my buddy on that one. It's like, don't leave me hanging. Now you sound like Gal Gadot throughout most of the fucking fights.
Oh yeah, Gal Gadot's acting sounds like we noticed during the film, sounds like a constant orgasm. I think she's a very good actress, but
just during fight scenes
where
she's being very physical.
Whoa! I'm like, oh my god, who's laying the pipe here, eh?
I think he creamed his pants half the damn time, especially when she had the one ass cheek pop out during a fight scene.
Oh my god. I don't know, man.
You know what I gotta say though? This movie was a long way away from the feminist view that everyone was pushing onto the first film.
Oh yeah, there wasn't, in all honesty, wasn't much of that in this film.
And The other thing I'm going to say is this definitely was a sequel.
Exactly.
It was definitely a sequel.
Yep, exactly. Now, the elephant in the room, though, was it better than the first Wonder Woman? They were close, but I would give this a definite watch, but the first Wonder Woman was still a slightly better film. Slightly.
Some people are going to call me an asshole for this one, but I felt like the action scenes throughout the ending, the last, like, half hour, felt very out of fucking place.
They were out of place. You got Cheetah and Wonder Woman doing their best Spider-Man impressions.
Oh, I'm a thwip here, I'm a thwip there. Oh my god, and Thor, how she learns how to fly. I'm gonna make the fucking lasso of truth
latch
into
on the
a
lightning,
goddamn propeller.
And latch onto a lightning bolt. What? Oh my god. She's Thor now, everyone. Wonder Woman is Thor. Chris Hemsworth. There we go.
We've said a lot of what we don't like, and it's only been like 6 fucking minutes.
Well, it don't gotta be
I did say it was a special episode.
Yeah, it's a special episode. I was very 50-50 on this. There's some people out there that are going to love it. I was very 50-50 on Maxwell Lord as actually a main villain because in my personal opinion, maybe he could have been done better, but he was kind of boring. Me being someone who loves a physical villain, like Bane
he wasn't what he was supposed to be. Because from what I've read in the comics, what I remember anyway, stuff has changed and is subject to change all the time in comics, especially lately. Like, we get new freaking series all the goddamn time with like, oh my god, Future DC is a new goddamn thing. He originally was the reason for the Justice League becoming who they are. That was New 52?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. But here he had no reason for being other than his son. I realized there was plot there to, give backstory to a villain, which is, I think this was the first DC film to actually give actual backstory to their villains.
It did. They went the sympathetic villain route with Lord. It worked. It worked for him.
Right up until the end.
But for me, personally, I didn't view Cheetah's worked as much, and I actually loved Cheetah in the film. I thought she was very good.
Cheetah was actually more sympathetic than Maxwell Lord.
In a way, but Cheetah's whole motivation of I can almost quote her, you have everything, well, I have nothing. That is such an overused villain trope in any type of movie. It's like...
Not just that, we know quite a few people in real life who view the same fucking thing.
Exactly.
They're so jealous of what people have. Come on, dude. Life is all about seizing the moment.
Exactly. Hard work.
Carpe diem.
Hard work and dedication pays off.
I just used a fucking...
God, what was her name? Estrella?
Yes.
Estrella. The Estrella armor looked dope and badass. It gave off the good angel vibes. I actually loved that. That looked cool. But where the hell did it come from? It just appeared on her. She just called that shit like Thor calls Mjolnir. Come to me, armor.
She's just flying through the
me.
fucking air, and all of a sudden she's over the goddamn Star Wars looking goddamn base. Yeah, I said it. We had Pedro Pascal playing the villain.
All we missed was Grogu, Baby Yoda, and
the Darksaber. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm giving shit away.
And Boba.
That's another fucking thing we should talk about, people. Woo,
we're trying to keep this on Wonder Woman, people. We're trying to keep this on Wonder Woman.
I have issues with that. I can't stay on one subject, especially when it all blends together like this.
I mean, shit, you have Pedro in there. Pedro Pascal in there. It's gonna make Mandalorian references. I bet we're not the only ones that did it.
Sexiest man of the year.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's true. I pay attention to shit like that for no reason at all. Don't know why.
Oh,
and he's the one wearing the glittery pants.
Exactly. DC did not kill a villain. They let Cheetah live, possibly for a sequel.
Whoa! Spoilers.
I apologize. But, man.
Holy shit, man. Seriously?
Yeah.
It's the first day the movie came out and you're gonna pop the cherry?
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Not that big.
Some people actually want to go see this in theaters.
I would personally recommend using HBO Max, and I hate HBO Max.
We're streaming service, but hey.
The only reason I got the streaming service is for this movie. Seriously.
And for the Snyder Cut of Justice League.
When does that come out?
And
Sorry,
January, I believe.
I may keep my service till then.
I believe it's
Unless
coming
they
out in
first-
4-hour parts, though. 4 parts, 1 hour, I believe.
Unless
last
they
I read.
release season 3 of Titans earlier than expected. I, for some reason, am into that show.
Titans?
Yes.
Solid show. Very solid show.
They did Nightwing pretty well.
Exactly.
The only person that hasn't really gotten a nerdgasm out of me for their performance and character arc and everything in that show is Starfire.
But okay, back on Wonder Woman.
Back on Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna actually do kind of remix this podcast a little bit. Gonna give our final opinion on Wonder Woman 1984, and then for a little bit we'll ramble on maybe a little bit about as we just were about the DC shows and the future of the DCEU, where we think it should go and stuff. So final grade, I think Wonder Woman probably 1984 for me, probably overall probably out of scale of 1 to 10, probably a 7. I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Good film, go see it. It has issues, has some issues, but still a good film. I'd sit down and watch it.
I can agree with my buddy. Yeah, but I'm between a 6 and a 7. I've seen a lot of shit that confused the fuck
Yeah, I
out
could
of
see
me.
anywhere between a 6.5 to a 7. It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. Then again, the casuals out there who don't know as much about like the comic lore and stuff might love the film. When you're comic lore nuts like us, we notice things. So
there's also the very logical people that will be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, the science nerds.
Lot, quite
How
a
are
lot.
you hooking on to lightning with a lasso?
And
You know,
half,
like that.
half of it's not even lightning. She lassoed onto photon rays.
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell?
A signal through the air.
Exactly. So, yeah. Go see it. Now, as we were talking before, future of the DCEU.
Wait, hold on. I gotta say this.
Oh, got another statement.
I am gonna ruin one thing for you all at the end. You don't have to stick around for the credits.
It's misleading.
It is very misleading. I thought I was gonna get a Cersei. No, I didn't get that. I got the OG Wonder Woman instead as Estrella. It's not horrible that we get Estrella because, you know, it gives some more meaning to that fucking random ass armor that pops up out of nowhere.
Yep.
For that last battle.
There we go. We each spoiled one thing, so we're even.
I don't mind. At least I only spoiled the fucking end credit scene that everybody usually looks forward to, but they would have been pissed. They would have been pissed. That's basically Captain America right there. So, future of the DCEU, and so on.
Just starting, might as well. Start with Wonder Woman 3. I think they could build on that. Maybe definitely bring Cheetah back. And
Cersei.
Cersei is probably the best bet for the next
a
villain.
magical fucking villain since you tried going the magical route.
Because then then Wonder Woman villains start going downhill. Because you can Medusa, Giganta, they start going downhill. Stuff people ain't really Psychosis. Yeah, exactly. What do you go?
He actually stars in fucking another great show I recommend for you. It's Harley Quinn the animated series.
Oh yes, very good show. If you like wacky and mature audiences humor, there you go.
A lot of blood.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Don't expect the whole lesbian thing unless you get into season 2.
Exactly. But yeah, Wonder Woman has a problem that only 2 villains don't have. Is after a few villains, they run out of villains. Spider-Man and Batman
it's the sad truth when it
are
comes to female
respectively the only 2 heroes that you can make about 10 movies and still have plenty of villains. Batman and Spider-Man have the best villains. That's almost not even debatable. Superman has some decent ones, but even he'll run out.
The largest fucking families. Can you think of the Bat family versus the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, Spider-Man has his whole verse.
Actually, Batman does too. Because he fucking made a bunch of people throughout time in the what is it called now? Elsewhere.
Yeah,
Elseworlds.
Elseworld stories. I hope the DC universe continues with, like, as I call it, I don't think it's official, but like Black Label stories, like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, like just standalone stories. I would love that. They should definitely keep with that. Definitely.
Standalone stories create a good slab for the joint stories, is what I want to call them. And I said joint in a really odd fashion there, but besides the point. What I mean is, when you build some Black Label stories, you build lore. You build. I'm going to use the word character. It's not exactly correct. But for the bigger names, like for instance, what the fuck would Batman be without Joker?
He'd still be Batman, but he'd lack a lot of his development.
He wouldn't. He'd have no real. I mean, imagine if Batman stopped at Joe Chill.
Well, if Joe Chill never existed, Batman would never exist. It's like...
Yeah, but if he stopped at Joe Chill, like he put him behind bars. Oh, I'm done. I got my revenge.
I'm done.
I got justice.
And part of the reason is Joker fueling the fire himself, because we all know his obsession with Batman, so he just keeps on coming back. There's a little gayness there. Maybe. And
But-
side note, Arkham has the worst security known to mankind. The man break out every week. Once a week, the man breaks out.
He's a criminal
that
mastermind.
whole freaking rogues gallery is out of Arkham. Somebody needs to really...
It's not even just Joker.
Yeah, it's
I
everything.
mean, look at fucking Penguin, the Riddler. And for God's sakes, it's so easy to keep Mr. Freeze in lockdown, but for some reason...
Hell, Professor Pig keeps getting out.
How? It's just seriously... Calendar Man! Oh my God, even he's out every goddamn year!
Yeah, he only goes
Every holiday.
Only certain. Ooh, it's a holiday. I'm gonna think. Ooh, it's Christmas. I'm gonna keep my ass.
Look
Take my
at
ass up
that.
out of here.
Look at that. Hey,
Probably's out now.
Certainly. You know that shit that went what was it? Shit blowing up in Tennessee? It was Calendar Man.
That was Calendar
I'm
Man.
telling you right
Then
now,
it's-
guys.
Yep, exactly.
That shit in the news about shit blowing up. Not sure if it was Tennessee or not. Don't quote me. I don't like to pay attention to news right now because, oh my God.
We're not gonna get into that. That may be another podcast, but it's a mess out there.
You want us to get political? Let us know. We'll do it.
It's,
We'll do it. You may not like everything we say, but whoo, yeah.
oh man. But yes, I think they should continue with DC Black Label standalone films. TV shows, as we were talking during Wonder Woman 1984, are very hit or miss. Arrow. My thoughts on most of them. Arrow was pretty good. I'm not a big Green Arrow fan, but
Like 3 or 4 seasons.
Stephen
of it.
Amell was a great cast for Oliver. Great cast. It's just after about 3 or 4 seasons I'll tell you the exact
started
point. When
borrowing
they introduced Damien Dark, I was done. I was done with that series.
You know what's shitty about that,
That
too?
was terrible.
It's because I love Damien Dark, the character.
yeah.
I love the guy who plays
And
him.
they missed the golden opportunity. They could have put Zatanna. They could have put somebody in there. They just make up a character. Thanks. You know.
Oh, no.
Even put Zatanna's dad in there.
I was pissed about that. Oh, and oh my God! And then you add Constantine in, the guy from his actual show.
Yep.
You have Naboo, all that,
Yep.
and
Exactly.
you just pass all that lore over.
Supergirl was good for a season or two. Then that lost its way.
Then it became very, very. I'm gonna say PC. I'm gonna say not political. If I put that word in there, everybody's
There you
gonna be
go.
like,
A
"No,
little bit.
you're wrong." But
It
there was
lost
a lot
its
of
way.
shit.
It lost
The
its way.
subtext was there, and it was a little too much of it.
Flash was very good for a couple was for 3 or 4 seasons, but now that got messy.
You know what's very ironic about his show?
What?
It went through his villains too fast.
Yeah, then they ran out of villains. They put freaking Captain Cold.
They're
in
already
there.
on Godspeed.
Heatwave in there, exactly. It's like, what the hell? And they're on Godspeed now. Godspeed's a very recent comic arc from a couple years ago. What the hell? Legends of Tomorrow was one of my favorite shows for like the first season, maybe the second. Then they started changing up the cast. And
This last season confused the hell out of me.
And it started
It was
getting,
the Fates.
yeah, and it started getting what?
And now everybody's, leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, so what the
Brandon Roof.
Brandon
That's-
Roth?
Brandon Roth.
Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah.
Love that guy. And I really wish he was able to continue his Superman role. And I love the fact that he got a chance to reiterate that character in the crossover event.
Exactly. Let's see, more DC shows. Titans is actually something that I actually kind of laughed at because the trailer had the cringiest line ever when Dick Grayson said, "Fuck Batman," and I quote that. That was cringy to me, but my partner here told me give it a shot. I'd probably like it. I didn't like it.
I didn't just tell you to give it a shot. I basically sat you down, taped your eyes open, and said, "Here, watch this." Especially the scene where
he said, "Hey, Joker appears in it for 10 seconds. I'm in." It was decent though. It was nothing great, but it was decent.
The other one that basically stems off of Titans, Doom Patrol. Oh my God, Brendan Fraser as Robot Man.
The revival of one Brendan Fraser. May have seen him in The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, and Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, but you don't need to watch that one because Tomb of the Dragon Emperor was a little iffy, but definitely watch the first two.
He was in everything. Love that guy as an actor. I love that he's doing stuff again.
Now, here's where the controversy is going to start. Personally, my favorite DC TV show was Gotham. I loved Gotham. That was one of the few DC TV shows I stuck with till the end because...
How many versions of Joker did you want?
There's Jeremiah Velasquez, Jerome Velasquez. You had the crazy one. You had the calm, methodical psychopath.
You ever see that meme where it shows you have the psychopath, you have the comedian, you have the... Well, basically the three Jokers. We got that.
Yeah.
Live action.
Cameron Monaghan. Freaking... Applause, good sir. Applause. But Batman has something that not many can do. Batman has a rich history in his city and his villains. You can do a show like that. There's not many you could really do that with. Hardly anyone. Only Gotham, because Gotham has that rich history.
All right, before we get too stuck on Batman-themed stuff here, we mention his name a lot just because it's so damn easy, especially with how much is out there. Even animated movies, for God's sakes. Since we're at that 20-minute mark, let's try and... What was the third thing we were gonna do? We did Future DC.
Future DC. That's what we were pretty much on. That's what I planned for this to end with.
Things to come that we know are coming. Shazam 2.
Yep, a Black Adam movie that's.
I think they rushed the family. Sorry, I think they rushed the family on that one.
That's lost in the
Black
wind.
Adam, Dwayne Johnson. Where the fuck you at? I'm gonna say that again.
Lost in the wind somewhere.
We are gonna get a wow, I'm forgetting his name. I'm so blanking right now. The golden fucking helmet. It's your favorite.
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. We're gonna get a Dr. Fate in an odd fucking way through a villain-ish movie. Black Adam. At least if what we're reading is correct. We don't actually know.
If the rumors are true.
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2.
I don't know what
if you're gonna what your opinion on Amber Heard is. I don't know. She beat the hell out of poor little Johnny Depp.
I'm gonna leave that one all up to you guys.
We're not gonna get on that one.
I do feel he's being shitted on when it comes to Fantastic Beasts 3.
Yeah, you got just
there's no reason to get rid of him.
How do you get rid of Johnny Depp? How do you get rid of Edward Scissorhands?
Especially after he already starts playing a character.
Exactly. Let's see. Future DCEU. My personal most anticipated film from them is The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. Got a John Cena in there. You bringing Boomerang.
What are you talking about?
What?
John Cena, you don't see him.
Yeah, you're true. You don't see him.
We're going to say that joke as many times as we can in this podcast because he's going to disappear on our asses.
Disappear like the wind. Well, I'm excited for that movie, bringing Margot Robbie back as Harley Quinn, and everyone knows I love me some Margot Robbie.
Are we getting Shark King?
I believe Shark King is in it. I believe so. If I'm not mistaken.
Was that fucking Polka Dot Man too?
Yes,
so we're getting some obscure villains,
Man.
Which is nice when it comes to the Suicide Squad because there's just people you can kill off out of nowhere.
And James Gunn, with James Gunn directing it, is because since he did such a good job with Guardians.
So expect some actual, reason for good music being in there, not just trying to compete with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Idris Elba as Bloodsport, very good cast.
A lot of fucking names.
John Cena as Peacemaker. Joel Kinnaman returning as Rick Flag.
No Deadshot though, huh?
The Thinker, nope. Sylvester Stallone is cast in the movie with an unspecified role. Viola Davis back as Amanda Waller. I loved her as Waller. Very good Waller.
Let me tell you this. If we keep her as Waller and we find an actual Batman that wants to, an actor who wants to stay as Batman, give us Batman Beyond.
And yes, King Shark is in the film. Confirmed. Just had the check. But yeah, that's probably my most anticipated DCEU film. Because they ain't really announced too much, really, for DC. You got MCU, Marvel just killing it. And
Disney,
that's a
holy shit,
that's a podcast
Star
for
Wars,
another time.
MCU,
You want us to talk
laying it
about
on us.
you want us to talk about future of the MCU? That's going to take about an hour. That's going to be a whole other podcast in itself. Because ramble about
Seriously though, let us know what you want to hear from us, because we can just ramble on anything nerdy, especially science shit.
that. Exactly. Both of our the one previous and this one have both been comic book casting. First one, all comic book related. Even this one. We also are very, 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 very well versed in anime, video games. I mean, whatever.
Our second episode was actually supposed to be about anime.
Exactly.
I did a small poll in the story that only 3 people responded to. That was kind of sad. I felt real sad.
We're not big yet. Soon. Our time is coming.
But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want to do, but leave us some feedback. We love it.
My last thing I'm going to say is, since we were talking about future of DCU, one movie I would really love DCEU to consider. I'll let my buddy here, Dreadnaut, say his opinion too, which one. But personally, for me, I would love to see a Justice League Dark film. Because I love Constantine. They should bring Matt Ryan in as Constantine, Etrigan, throw Dr. Fate in there if you want.
Give some actual justice to Swamp Thing.
One Swamp Thing, get some Alan Collins
show.
Swamp Thing in there. Zatanna, get them fishnets in there, man. Get them fishnets.
Please
cast someone with some nice.
I'm not being sexist. We're not being sexist, but comic characters are meant to be thick. They're meant to be.
Exactly. Get some thickness in there. Need some thickness on Zatanna. So yeah, okay, Dreadnought. What movie you want to see from DCU?
That's hard to say, man. That's actually hard to say. Because what I would like, and it's supposed to actually happen, Flashpoint. I actually want it to happen.
Oh, yes. See, now we got to extend this about 5 minutes because Messi said a good one. Flashpoint, definitely. Get some old, and just so you guys know,
There's one fucking character I want to see.
Thomas Wayne Batman is
Exactly.
already cast in my heart. In my cast, it is heart. It is Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I will not allow that movie to happen without him. I won't even.
We're gonna
support
go pick it. If someone gets cast other than him, we're gonna pick it in front of
As
Warner
far
Brothers.
as a Batman, you
And
can
hell,
add any other Batman into that movie, but you need Thomas Wayne.
If you want to, like in Flashpoint Paradox, Martha Wayne becomes Joker. Keep Lauren Cohan. Lauren Cohan's a great actress. Keep Lauren Cohan as Joker. I'm all for it because she was Martha Wayne in BVS. So keep it.
God damn, we do this to ourselves all the time.
No, we kept this. We kept it Wonder Woman, then we just spanned. Gotta give him a little more. A little taste, a little more stuff.
Cheetah! I love the furry! Ah! Except for your face. Your face threw me off.
The furries. The movie might turn you furry. It might.
I don't know. It depends on your likes of CG and not CG. Anyway.
Oh my.
That was our opinions on the Wonder Woman. I almost said 1884.
Holy
shit.
cow! That's a long time ago.
1984.
If we have any
Reagan years,
definitely.
I didn't give away my political stance at all there.
No, you didn't. Secretive, very secretive. About as secretive as one of them runway guys that lands the plane in with them sticks.
As long as he's not wearing a blue wig.
Hey, that's a joke they don't understand. We'll get into that one maybe in the anime one.
Anyway, this has been 12 O'Clock Ramen with your host, Dreadnaut.
And Wikiman Dean, also known as the Sun Bro.
Vallion.
Signing out.
Catch y'all later.